Yes, home inspections are for the buyer to know what's wrong with the house that they are buying from you. But what should you expect? Let's talk about it. My name is Amber Ortega, and I'm a licensed realtor in the Albuquerque area. Now, if you are listing your home for sale, there's one thing that you can do. I don't get a lot of people that want to do it, but it's definitely worth the money to get a pre-inspection done on your home. Now, you can have this inspection done. They're going to come through and take a look at everything as if you were the buyer of the house and let you know what needs to be fixed. This way you can get ahead of the game. Just so that you know, disclosure, if they call something out on that inspection, on the pre-inspection report, this is something that you will now need to disclose. If you did not know that this was an issue, you will have to disclose it on the seller's disclosure when you get the house listed for sale. But it also saves a lot of time and stress whenever the buyers go to get their inspections and you already know what's going to be showing up. But here are some things that you can do to get ahead of the game, whether you do a pre-inspection or not. Okay, for one, go around the house and make sure that all the light bulbs are working. You should have done this for the pictures anyways, but make sure all the light bulbs are working, all the switches. If you can label switches ahead of time, that is ideal, because if there's a switch that works an outlet that maybe years ago you'd put a light there, something like that, when they come through, it makes it a lot easier not to have to guess and check where everything's at. But you want all the light bulbs to work, because otherwise they're going to ask you to make sure that there's not an electrical problem there. Second thing you can do, go around to all your faucets. Make sure nothing's dripping. There's not any loose faucets, any of that. These are very, very simple things that come up so often. So go around, tighten things up, use plumber's tape to fix maybe the shower drips, maybe whatever it is that's wrong in those sinks. It happens so much. If you have a slow drain, get those cleared so that everything is flowing good. There's not any red flags when the buyer comes through and does their inspections. The third thing, and this is something that shows up on 99% of my inspection reports, is the roof penetrations needing to be sealed. This has even showed up on brand new roofs, just so you know. Every couple of years, there should be somebody going up on the roof with some tar and resealing around anything that sticks up out of the roof. This is the hot sun in New Mexico. It's going to get hot. It's going to break down all of that tar, and you're going to have to work on it every so often. So everybody forgets about it. Promise. If you've forgotten about it, don't worry about it. Everybody does. Get up there, get some tar. You can get it at Home Depot. You can have a roofer come up and do it however you want to do it ahead of time and seal all of those penetrations. And it'll save you from that coming up on the inspection report later. If you're just living in the home and you're not selling it yet, get up there and do it anyways. Keep up with that roof maintenance, and it'll save you a lot of money in the long run. The next thing that is huge and shows up on tons of reports is having all of your appliances serviced, having the water heater, the furnace, the AC unit, all of those things, having someone come out and just do an annual service on them. That is key, especially if you've had them for a couple of years and you want to make sure the filters are good, that everything is running good. If something comes up, if they say the water heater is not up to code or whatever, you would have already had somebody come out and you can say, I had XYZ plumbing company come out and they have given it their thumbs up. And you can provide that receipt. Always keep your receipts to be able to show that you did just have it serviced, that everything is in good condition. This will save you so much stress during the transaction. When they're coming to do the inspections, here's a couple things also to think about. So you've already done all the pre-stuff. You've gotten, the basics of things fixed. But here's what helps is make sure that the house is picked up just as if you did whenever we were getting pictures done. But no, this time they will be going under the cabinets. They're going to be going in there to make sure that there's not any leaks or anything like that. The more you can have cleaned out and out of the way, the better. They're not going to be moving your stuff that way. You're already packing to move anyways, so get it out of there. Have bare minimum everywhere that you look. Because they do need to check. If they're doing a termite inspection, they're going to be checking all the walls, everything. You want to leave all doors unlocked. They need to be able to get in to see what the condition is of each and every room. So make sure that there is access to all of the different rooms. Make sure that they can get to windows, because they're going to be opening and closing the windows to make sure that those are in good working condition. Making sure there's not any broken window panes or any of those things. So be sure that they have access to all doors, all windows. You do not want to be there when the inspector is there. You want to be gone and out of the way. You don't want to hear what they're saying. You don't want to give any information that you shouldn't. You just want to be gone. So when you find out when the inspection is, plan to be gone for at least about 3 hours to let them get their stuff done. That way you are not in contact with the buyer, the buyer's broker, the inspector, nobody. You want to be out of the way, let them do their thing, and then you can come back home. Take your pets with you, take your kids with you, nobody, nothing in the house, so they have free reign to be able to do any inspections that they need and want to do. They will be going into the garage. So if you've been packing things into the garage, that's fine, that's cool, but they're going to need to have access to like the electrical panel that may be in there, things like that. So try to make, at least if you have things in there, try to give them a path so they can get to water heater, furnace, electrical panel, all of these things. If there's another door that goes to the outside, they need to be able to see how everything is in working condition. So try to make paths for them to make it as easy as possible. The inspection is not super crazy, I promise. But depending on what inspections they have done, they're going to be coming in. They're going to be looking at everything. They're going to look at the electrical, the plumbing, the windows, the roof. They're going to walk around outside and look at the stucco and everything else. So as much as you can get done ahead of time, if you know that there's a door that sticks, do what you can to fix that door ahead of time. If you have a broken window, fix the broken window ahead of time. You know they're going to ask for it to be fixed. Even if you have it on order, you can leave, a note saying this is going to be replaced at this time, so that they already know that you're on it and they don't have to ask for it, and it's not going to scare them off. I have had homes just recently that have terminated based on inspections. And so the more that you can get done ahead of time to make sure that your home is in the tip-top condition that it should be, the better off it's going to be and easier it is to get to the closing table. If you have any questions on inspections and what you should and shouldn't do, please leave me a comment below, set up a call with the link in my bio and we can talk directly. Subscribe so you can watch more about buying and selling homes in New Mexico and beyond.